Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Rebecca. I am here with another reading. Today's reading is going to be a general reading about next month, November of 2020. Just kind of what you can expect, any messages for you, anything you should take for you into November. And we've got 4 piles this time, and this time you're going to be picking from different keys that I have. Keys that have been on my keychain forever, for many years. They don't go to anything that I'm aware of, but they look real cool, so I love them. So pile 1, you have this little key right here. So the key with the 3 rings on top, that is pile number 1. Pile number 2, you have this long key here, long key. Group number 3, you have this key right here. Group 4, okay, of course my battery died when I needed like 2 minutes, but that's fine. So, group 4, this is your key here. You can pick if you would like. So those are the 4 groups that I have, 4 keys to pick from. Like I said, it's going to be a general reading in regards to November coming up in 2020. It will be tarot and oracle cards and a couple of the little message cards that I always pull. So I will leave the time for the groups in the description. You can go ahead and jump to whatever group you want to see, and we're going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. Hello group 1, you are here. If you picked this little key right here, little 3 circles on it, put that up here with all my other stuff right there. So this is a general reading for November of 2020. Just kind of general expectations for the month. It's not going to be focusing on anything in particular unless that's what comes out of these. So yeah, just general reading, and as always, every single thing I say may not pertain to every single person, but again, that's why it's general. Take whatever does hit with you. If absolutely nothing makes any sense to you, maybe you picked the wrong key, but watch as many piles as you wish. And we're going to get started. I already picked your tarot and oracles that wanted to be for this reading, and then I'll have a couple little message cards like I usually do. So I'm going to start shuffling your first tarot deck here. Just be group 1, November, what to expect, what's going to be coming for group 1 in November 2020. Okay, all those came out, so that's too many. I'll take that one because it feels like it should be there. Oh my god. Okay, well this deck has a lot to tell you apparently, but I can't take everything it's shooting out right now. 2 more cards. Nicely for group 1, November. I said 2 cards. Which 2? Okay. So I got your first 4 cards. The first tarot cards. Okay. So your first card here, the 5 of Swords. And then we have the 10 of Cups. The next card is the Chariot. And then we had the Three of Coins. So with just those, it seems like something recently has just started anew, maybe either a job or a project, something you've been working on. And in November, you're going to start seeing some of the profits from that, and you're really going to start taking off going forward with it, with the Chariot card there and the Three of Coins. Kind of feel like that's what they're telling me. Ten of Cups is there, meaning that I think emotionally you're going to be in a very good place in November. I think you're going to be very emotionally happy and doing okay as far as that's concerned. And then with new project taking off pretty well, that looks like that'll be going for you in November. The Five of Swords in there is what's gonna maybe be something you need to focus on next month, because that can kind of be like maybe mentally or with people you work with or that are involved with all of you, your work project or what you're doing, might be giving you a little resistance, or maybe they were in the past. And the Five of Swords card's asking you to kind of let go of that in November. And I think that shouldn't be too hard for you to do because of how, you know, the Ten of Cups and the Chariot. I think you're going to have a pretty easy time letting go of whatever that issue was and just kind of shooting forward with your new project and your happiness next month. I'm shuffling up your next deck now, of tarot. What else? Group 1 for November. What more can you tell me about these cards? Okay, so got the next deck of cards here. Alright, and first card for that is the Daughter of Skulls. And then we have the Queen of Scepters. And then we have the Prince of Grails. And the Six of Scepters. So I like that two of them are looking at each other there, that's nice. So with that Five of Swords I was talking about was something you need to kind of let go of that might have been giving you some issue. Seeing the Daughter of Skulls come out kind of for that card makes me feel like I said, that I don't think you're going to have too hard of a time doing that. Like the Daughter of Skulls in that deck is the last minor Arcana card. Like that's the very last card of the deck before it starts all the way back over. So I feel like she's there to kind of symbolize that end of a cycle for you with that, whatever that issue was. Like I think you're going to have an easy time just letting go and leaving it behind. And with the Queen of Scepters being right under that Ten of Cups, like I said, I think you're going to be feeling very emotionally good next month. I think as far as like your maybe personal relationships or co-work relationships, just relationships in general for you next month are going to be pretty solid. Like you're going to be very happy with everyone, I feel like, next month. And that Queen of Scepters is very confident and just makes me feel even more like a security for you next month for that. And with that Six of Scepters under the Three of Coins, when I was asking for that card, it was, to kind of expand on with that 3 of coins. And it seems like with that 6 of scepters there, which is like the like victory card, the winning triumphant card. I think whatever this new project you have or new job, whatever it is that's starting to pay off for you next month, is going to be something that you're going to be very, very successful in, and I think it's going to keep going, on an upward trajectory for you, especially with that Chariot card there as well. Like, you're just going to be going forward. And then I had to glance again at my Prince of Grails on my book, because that one wasn't giving me much, but with that Prince of Grails, it's that card speaks of being able to balance emotions with your actions, and like with it being under the Chariot, I feel like that is kind of talking about your forward journey that you're making with this new venture to go forward. Like, you'll be able to do that without being deceived by anyone involved with it close by, and maybe that's what you're leaving behind with this over here. But you also won't let it completely drown out any thought you have for other people. Like, you'll be able to balance very well with like what you need to do and what you want to do. You'll be able to kind of keep them real good. And the 6 of Scepters just kind of feels like a balanced kind of card too, with it being a 6. And the 10 of Cups makes me feel like you're not going to have a problem with your emotions getting in the way, because you're going to be feeling good anyway. So, yeah, so that's those so far. Let me get you some oracle cards now for November 2020, Group 1. Alright, your first oracle card here is the Skull of Light. It says illumination underneath it. It's a little shiny. I'm facing away from the window this time, so the light's really playing on it today. And with that Skull of Light, look at the book here real quick. It's another one of my new ones. It says, we can stay in the dark, exist only in the midnight hours, but shining the torch, the victory is ours. So it's basically, the line in here for this that I feel for you guys is, allow yourself to be seen, to see, and to act upon what is shown to you. Time has passed for hiding, for pretending, and for swallowing our discomfort by accepting the status quo when it really doesn't suit us. So I feel like that card is just backing up the Chariot even more, of just that, like, go get it, kind of message for you. Whatever it is that you're doing that's getting you this gains, whether it is financial or it could be, something else, but whatever it is that you've been working on that's giving you the gains next month, that 3 of coins, don't be afraid to go for it, because you seem real secure in a lot of things. Whenever you let go of, I almost pointed with my foot, I'm sorry, that would have been weird. Whenever you let go of that 5 of Swords energy, or person, or thing, or whatever it is that that's talking about, I think you're just going to rocket yourself forward. And, when you have that not holding you back anymore, even if it is just doing it slightly, I feel like it's just really going to go for you. Let me get some more oracle card shuffling here, but yeah, so the Skull of Light is just telling you that, turn on your light and let it guide your way where you want to go, and, go for it, basically. So next, for Group 1, November, what are the messages they need to hear? Oh no, that's funny. Okay. So, your next oracle card that just flipped itself over in my deck. Let your light shine. Wow. So, yes. Turn on that light, man, and like let it shine. Let it get you noticed. Let it help you see where you're going. Like, just let it carry you where you want to be. Because I feel like that's their last big step here to really go forward with that chariot. Like, let go of the dark in the Five of Swords and just let yourself rock it. Let your light shine. Let yourself go. Just the last. Okay. Be authentic, it says. Yes. Embrace the parts of you that may feel a little strange. They feel this way because you resist experiencing the fullness of you. So, accept yourself, set yourself free from judgment and what you perceive others think about you. Let your soul shine outward and inspire others to connect, embrace, and shine their truth. Yeah, just... yeah, let your light shine. Skull of light. Let your light... turn the lights on, man. You know? Oh, that's funny that the next oracle that I'm shuffling for you is the Lightworker Oracle. So I always sit with the item that I have picked out for each group and kind of ask, you know, what tarot decks should I grab, what oracle decks should I grab, and I kind of let that guide me when I do these. And the Lightworker Oracle that I'm shuffling right now is not one that I use a lot, or I didn't before, even though it was like my second oracle deck I ever got. But your key really wanted this one, so I find that funny. Kitty, Kitty, keep moving. Kitty, Kitty. You silly goober. So yeah, it's funny with all this light message coming through, and now the Lightworker Oracle. Oops. All right. So the card I got for you, next oracle here, is Dark Angel. Dark Angel. I feel like I kind of remember what that one's about, but I gotta check it real quick. So one of the sentences in the description for the Dark Angel card says, when the Dark Angel appears, you are being given a gift of light, even if it may seem to be a hidden blessing. So the Skull of Light also talked about darkness. It talked about being or feeling like you are trapped in darkness, but then, you know, turning on that light that you need, finding the light you need to light your way. And that's exactly what the Dark Angel is saying as well. Because if you have been going through a difficult time or struggling to heal an issue, the Dark Angel promises that even through the depths of despair, you shall find the light. In your own time, you will rise again into trust, restored faith, and hope. All will be well. So yeah, look for that light. You know, turn on the light yourself if you know how, or maybe that's something you can kind of work on or meditate on in November, is to look for whatever that light is, you know, internally or from an external source, and let it shine. Let your light shine and let it help you go forward here. I got one more oracle card. Kitty, can I help you? Don't knock over my camera, Kitty. One last oracle card, and then I'll have a couple little message cards for you. Group 1, November 2020. Okay. Alright, and your last oracle card here is Set, Prince of Avarice. And at the bottom it says short-sightedness, ambition, and narcissism. And from what I can recall of that card, the story of Set in that card is of how he is completely driven by his ambition to conquer this demon realm, that underworld realm that he lives in here, and he's so driven by it that he destroys everything in the process and ends up reigning alone over this broken, empty world that means nothing at that point, because he's alone and there's nothing there to rule over anymore. He refused to seek any kind of guidance or help when needed, or to stop what he was doing. He did it all for himself, and didn't really care about the consequences, and then ends up in the end ruling over a burned down kingdom of nothing. And Kitty, I think this card, like the last time I pulled it for that group, is a warning for you. Kitty, no. Kitty, no. Kitty, no. Oh my god, that's so disrespectful, Kitty. Well, she's chosen to lay there. But Set, I think, is a warning for you, Group 1, about what could happen if you let the darkness kind of consume you, if you don't find that light or let it shine from you. Or if you weren't as good at balancing that emotion with ambition type of card, with that, like, Prince of Grails. Kitty, I'd really like you to move. That could be something that maybe would happen if you couldn't keep it checked on that. Ariel, I really need you to move, Kitty. Alright, I finally got the cat to get up. She's still very mad, but she's up. So, yes, Set, I think, has come out just as a warning for you, Group 1. I think you will be okay, but that is just the other side of this message. The message here that I would take for you is, the light. Skull of light, let your light shine. Dark angel, find that light, or don't shy away from it if you see it coming. It's there to help you, and will be a great assistance to you in moving forward in this very lucrative venture that I see for you that's starting. I'm just going to pull a couple other little message cards real quick, and then that'll be the end here. Group 1, what do they need here? Okay, first message card I got for you here is forgiveness. And it says, congratulations, you're being given one of the most powerful superpowers there is, forgiveness. Imagine that you've been bitten by a radioactive forgiver? The point is, you suddenly have the ability to forgive people for their flaws, their bad days, their unkind moments, and their mistakes. And the best thing about forgiveness is that you can apply it to yourself, too. Have fun wielding your new power, but remember, with great forgiveness comes great inner peace. So I think this is, it could be in relation to somebody else too, but it feels kind of like a message for you, Group 1. To forgive yourself for anything that might have been bothering you, and this could also just be talking about that Five of Swords situation, whether, again, it be a person or just a problem, whatever it is. It might just need a little understanding or forgiveness about it to kind of let it release you from the burden of holding on to it, and then you're going to be able to do a lot. I'm just going to get you one more little message here. Group 1, November. So your last little card is integrity. Be flexible, but also be true to you. Stand by your beliefs and values, and others will stand by and believe in you. So I'm sure with whatever it is that you're doing, you're not doing it completely alone. And yeah, just have the integrity, and I'm sure you're going to have people that are going to help you along your way. Maybe they'll bring that light that you need so much. So that is what I have for you, Group 1, for November of 2020. Let me know if any of this resonated with you, and thank you for watching this reading. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, Group 2. You are here if you picked this longer key right here. Just realized it has the number 3 on it, but it's Group 2. That is your key right there. I'll leave it up here. And this is going to be the general reading for you for the month of November 2020. It won't be focusing on any one particular part of your life that month, unless that's all the cards want to tell me about, but general reading, just about the next month, what you can expect, any messages that want to come through, things like that. Got your 2 tarot decks and a few oracle decks picked out for you. Ooh, okay. Okay. First set of cards here. I just need one more from this deck for Group 2, November. So for your first oracle deck, the cards I got for you. First one is the 3 of Wands. Kitty, don't you lay on these cards. Good luck, just don't do anything. Next card is the Tower. Kitty. You can look at them, but don't do what you did last time. Don't just lay on top of them. Next card is Judgment. Uh-huh. Kitty. And then your last card from this deck is the 10 of Pentacles. Excuse me, Kitty. You're a little bit in my way. So the bottom of those cards say motivation, destruction, self-reflection, and luck. So just from looking at those cards, I'm going to need more in the next the next deck that I pull. I feel like something new will be starting for you next month, that will kind of tear down some of your old systems or way of doing things. Kitty, oh honey, you're so sad. Or just, you know, force some kind of radical change for you. But with the Judgment card and then the 10 of Pentacles after that, which is the luck says, I'm not too worried about the Tower causing any like major horrible damage. Sometimes the breakdown of old systems is needed or wanted. So I think once you do that Judgment self-reflection, you'll see the good things that have come out of whatever it is that has rocked your world, is what came into mind. So I'll shuffle in your next deck to see if I can get some more insight on this. So, what's that Tower card about? Can you tell me about that? Whoppa! Okay, whoa. Okay, sure. Let's gather all these runaways here. Alright. Okay. Alright, so from this next tarot deck, the first card I got for you is the Star. And then the next card I got is the Five of Swords. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Kitty. And the last card is the High Priestess. Alright, so with those cards, it almost feels like they're reflecting the top card so well. It's I think whatever opportunity or new thing you're working with the Three of Wands card is something that you have wanted to do for a long time, or that you've really been waiting for, that will finally start happening for you, and it's something that you've wanted. That's probably why that Tower card plus the Five of Swords, which can be with the Five of Swords and the Tower card, it's making me feel like, you know, that big change or, you know, destruction of old ways coming with that Tower card is something that's going to cause some pause for you. I mean, obviously with the Judgment card, I feel like it's just going in a pattern like this in this reading. So the Tower happens after the Star manifests itself in whatever that opportunity is, and then you get into this Five of Swords mentality of, you know, some trials and tribulations, and you're kind of having to yeah, kitty. You're having to really take some time to face whatever these issues are coming out of the Five of Swords, and deal with them, you know, and figure out how things are going to work now, because things are going to be different. And that's kind of what leading into the Judgment card, where you'll have to take that self-reflection to, you know, to see how your life's gonna be different after that point, and the changes you have to make to adjust to, you know, keep getting this Star thing that you wanted a lot. Because I see after you doing this self-reflection that you're not gonna just say, well, you know, maybe it's not gonna work for me and I'll just go back to what I was doing. I don't see that happening. You're gonna find a way that it's gonna work, or maybe it'll end up working out better once you really look at it. Because then we go down to the Seven of Pentacles, which is really enjoying the fruits of your labor. Like, the pentacles there are all blooming on that plant, and you'll get to start seeing the reward for what you've been working on or working with. And this could be, like, I don't know if I said, you know, it could be like a job opportunity, it could be just a personal project, it could be something to do with, you know, just something in your life. Like maybe I feel like for at least somebody, it's going to be something related to living situation, like maybe you're looking into getting a house or moving, making a big move, and that would obviously cause a lot of tower energy. I know I've been living through that myself the last month or two, but you're going to see it start, you know, paying back to you. You're going to see all the good things coming out of what has changed and what is different. And the Seven of Pentacles is leading right up into the Ten of Pentacles, you know, where you just get even more abundance from it. It doesn't have to necessarily be financial, you know, it can be just you feeling happier or feeling better, just any kind of gain that you can get out of this situation. And then you'll be leaving the month, I feel like, in the High Priestess kind of energy, and you know, maybe through all of this and getting into the end of the Pentacles here with so much gained by what you've gone through and what you're starting and doing, you're gonna feel much more in tune, like with yourself and with, you know, anything, you know, higher, or any kind of intuition abilities you might have, or just feel more connected to everything, and just kind of feel that power come back for you by the end of the month. So it's going to be a little bit of a rough patch there going through the Tower and the Five of Swords, but you know, you'll hit that judgment time when you need to just do the self-reflection and just take stock of everything and think, you know, what am I going to have to do to make this better on me? And then you'll see what good can come out of that. Well, I'm going to start shuffling your oracle decks here, see what other messages I can get for this. It's starting to get a little darker outside. Whoopsie. I might have to turn my lamp on. It's been snowing here all day, and it's just starting to get dark, I think, now. First oracle deck. Let's see, group 2. This one. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so your first oracle card here, which made me think of the Judgment card immediately, is the Veil. And it says the future underneath there. And it made me think of the Judgment card because of the blindfold here. Because a lot of, you know, the justice, I guess justice would be more, but justice and judgment kind of card or thoughts, because you see those statues of justice are usually blindfolded, saying, you know, justice is blind. So that's given me that feeling for you. But I know the Veil in this deck, this is the future, so I feel like there's a misty curtain that divides us all, the veil that this night thins, transparent the weave becomes, and the future no longer dims. So this card is, it's talking about the future, but also it is the Halloween oracle, so it's talking about how, you know, on Halloween the veil is thinnest between the world of living and the dead, but it can also just be, it feels related to that High Priestess card to me, with your message, because it's about letting that veil between, you know, this world and any higher power or other world, you know, the land of the, not the living and the dead, being thinner so that you can receive messages more clearly, be able to listen to them better, and take them more to heart for your future, you know. And it says to set your intentions, plan big, you know, have that star, you know, thought for anything in the future. And it's just kind of wanting you to pay attention to any messages coming about your future, about any way that can make anything easier for you going into the next month. Try to keep an ear out for those. So we get your next oracle card here. Let me see if this lamp helps at all. A little bit. I'll just keep my lamp on. That helps a little bit. Okay. Get your next card here. Group 2 for November. Your next card I got for you is Sanctuary. It's privacy, inviolate personal space, respected boundaries, and taboos. So I think this also is calling for you to take sanctuary, take some time with that judgment card there, some self-reflection time to let that veil thin and listen to any messages coming in, or to just reflect, you know, on your life and any changes that are going to be happening, and how best you can adjust whatever you need to adjust to make sure that you get your pentacles and your abundance of what's coming. Another card, oracle card. What other messages can group 2 take for November? Okay. Next card I got for you here is soulmating. So with the soulmating card, I feel like for some of you this could mean that that tower coming in, or the star that you were trying to manifest, could be a relationship. Either a new one that would be just starting, or an existing relationship that maybe you take the next step in it. Maybe, you know, you decided to move in together, or buy a place together, or you're getting married. Something like that. Again, probably not everybody, but for some people that soulmating card is speaking to that. And yeah, just to shift a relationship, and that could also be what all of these are talking about, if that is the kind of star wish that you've been making for yourself recently. So, geez, okay. And as I was talking about that, your last card flipped out as soon as I touched the deck for the heart chakra. It says, I love myself and others unconditionally and nurture loving relationships. So, yeah, I feel like for a good portion of you, or, you know, not all of you of course, but a good portion of you, this reading in next month is going to be about some kind of relationship, whether it be a new one that will be starting, or just an existing one that is going to be reaching a new level this next month. So that card, kind of along with the soulmating card, they kind of say the same kind of message of just letting yourself love yourself and others unconditionally, and knowing that when you do that and are able to achieve that, you bring in a lot of good love in return. Alright, so just got a couple other little like message cards here to draw for you, and then that will be it for you. Just shuffle these first ones here real quick. What little messages group 2 need for November? I'm sorry, kitty. I'm sorry. The card hit her. She's very upset. I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry. Okay, I got that one. And since this one seems to have some relationship tones in it for some of you, I'm also going to pull some message cards from my other affirmators cards that are about love and relationships. So I'll pull one of those for you guys too, for those people that have that relationship happening next month. What do they need to know for November? What message do they need for their love and relationship? Alright, so your first message here is beauty. It says, I'm beautiful even when I don't think it. I'm beautiful even when I don't see it. I'm beautiful no matter how many people don't say it. I'm beautiful and I don't even care if you know it. I'm beautiful, which is why I don't have to try so hard all the time to show it. So, message for you to just take that, I guess, to heart. Just that you are beautiful, and it doesn't matter if other people maybe can't see it or appreciate it, and you shouldn't care how much other people do. Like, it's all just you believing it for yourself. Okay, and then the love and relationship one here is surrender. It says, hear ye, hear ye. You are hereby being called to unclench your grip on any old thought patterns that are getting in your way. Surrender any ideas that make you feel like a victim of circumstance or which make your dream relationship seem like an impossibility. The mayor of reinvention has just arrived and has made the following decree. Limiting beliefs about yourself and your life are heretofore, forthwith, officially, and indubitably declared for the birds. So yeah, that kind of talks about the tower with that. It's, you know, unclench your grip on any old thought patterns that are getting in your way. So, any beliefs, maybe that's what is being torn down with the tower that you have to kind of self-reflect about. Are your beliefs about yourself or about the relationship with the other person you're with, if that applies to you. And tear that all down and build it up again to be what it really is, not what you want to see or think you see. You know, if it's negative when it doesn't need to be. One more little message for you guys and then it'll be it. Group 2, message for the November. Alright, to go with this surrender card, your last little message here is positive thinking. Positive thinking is vital in creating a healthy and abundant life. A positive attitude along with positive beliefs and thoughts are crucial ingredients for creating happiness. Don't worry, think love. So, yeah, surrender any thoughts, and that kind of even goes with the beauty, like just positive thinking about yourself, about others around you. Open up your heart chakra with it and just let yourself receive the messages as they really are, not what you want to believe they are or what you think they are when they're negative like that. Okay, so that is what I have for you, group 2. Hopefully some of that resonated with you. Let me know in the comments if it did. Subscribe if you want to see more readings from me. And have a good month. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, group 3. You are here if you picked this key right here. Put it up here for you. Excuse me, kitty. And this reading is going to be a general reading for next month, November of 2020. Just going to be whatever you can expect for out of the month, any messages you might need to hear, things like that. I already picked out your tarot and oracle that I'm going to use for you. My cat has been here the whole time, so I'm sure she will stay here. Right, honey? Okay. So, don't mind her. She's just watching. Oh, kitty. Group 3 for November. So, for your first deck, first card I have for you is Temperance. Excuse me, kitty. And then we have the Ace of Scepters. And then we have the Prince of Grails. And we have Justice. There we go. Oh, kitty, you're fine. Okay. So, with the cards that you have so far, I'll need to get more, obviously, to get the whole message, but so far, there seems to be a lot about balance happening for you. With Temperance, Justice, and even the Prince of Grails is very much about finding a balance in your life and in what you're doing. Prince of Grails is more about balancing your emotions with your will and your actions, things like that. With that Ace of Scepters in there, it does seem like you're going to be having something new starting that you're going to want to really take an action on and go with. But all your other cards around it are asking for balance and maybe cautioning you about that. I'll have to get into your other cards here to see what exactly you need balance with. Get your second tarot deck here going. Oh, oh, oh. I'm sorry, honey. Don't get mad at me. I'm sorry. When the cards hit her on the way down, she gets very upset. I'm sorry. Alright, so with this other deck here, I'm going to have to look in the book because it's new and they follow a little different pattern. But first card from this deck is number 4. Excuse me, honey. And then we have 14 of Fire, which I think is one of the kind of court cards of this one, but I don't remember what it was called. So we've got 14 of the Fire. Oh, excuse me, honey. Oh my goodness. And then we have 5 of Water. And then we have card number 3, which I do remember was called the Youth. So card number 4, that first one is the Mother. And that is unconditional love, intimacy, nurturing, compassion, abundance, emotional intimacy and affection. This is be supportive, embrace abundance, let go of expectations, voice thoughts and feelings, forget past failures. And then because I just happened to open right to it, the 5 of Water is loss, betrayal, fear, doubt, hopelessness, self-pity, blame, feeling alone and isolated, without hope, unable to see a way forward, mourning your loss. And then with the Youth next to it, I know that is a card about that energy of, youthful energy of being excited about things, about wanting to go, charging forward, kind of that Ace of Scepters feeling with charging forward into a new adventure, and how having that thirst for that, as far as that goes. So that 14 of Fire is actually the King of Fire. So that's proactive, dauntless, inspirational, powerful, passionate, grounded, focus your passion, be more than an ideas person. So with it being right under the Ace of Scepters there, which is the Fire wands of that deck, it's asking you to, keep your temper in check. It says, involved from start to finish. Every leader is part of a team. Delegate. So I do feel like with those cards, that second deck is kind of speaking to you maybe having very passionate emotions, very strong emotions, good and bad. With that 5 of the water and the youth, plus the King of Fire, I can see why all the other cards are calling for you to balance. You might have a lot more like energy and emotion than is what will be helpful for you with what you're trying to do. You know, to really be able to go forward without it being an exhausting task is going to need you to find a good balance. Maybe try to find some of that mother of, you know, although that's mostly talking about love and seeing that around you, but it is very much about balance for you, because I feel like you're very strongly, like your compass goes like one way or the other, super strong. There's no like middle for you, at least right now, or will be in November. And that other deck is asking you to please take some time to find that balance in your life and inside yourself. I think it would be more prosperous for you in the coming months. Start looking for your oracle decks, your oracle cards here next. Number 3 for November. Alright, and your card I got here, your first oracle is Mummy, which says change underneath it. The sand in his mouth, the bandages wound, jealous of the living, eternal life bound. So it says, should you pull the moaning mummy card from the deck, know that change is inevitable, and that no matter how hard you try, things will not be preserved exactly the same way. The card also indicates that this change will be for the better. The endings, the closed doors, the barriers, this is just a healthy pause and an indication that a change of tactics is needed. You are not cursed. You have just developed a pattern. You can take control and change it. So maybe that is a, you know, with your, maybe there is something coming with that ace there. There's like a new beginning, some kind of change in your life that maybe you're resisting, or that is causing you that emotional back and forth like that. And you just need to remember that not all change is bad. It might cause some things to be harder for a minute, but this change that's happening is for the better, and you know, you can't control everything, and just try to remember that and let yourself find a good balance internally so that you're not suffering needlessly about this change that you can't control. Alright, next card for group 3 for November. The next oracle I got for you is At Day's End, Rest. I find peace in nature and rest my body and mind in order to connect to spirit. So maybe that's what you need to help balance yourself a little bit. You need a little rest. And just be present right now. Don't stop worrying about what has happened, what was going to happen, and just focus on where you are right now. Let yourself rest, relax, balance, you know, just chill out. Just chill out is what is coming to me. I keep getting the message of please just chill out. And I don't want to sound rude, it's just that's what I'm getting. Your next oracle card here is Merkaba, Spiritual Protection. So with that card, I need to look up. So, being open to receive is a way to gain empowerment, strength, and all manner of assistance. To enhance receptivity, it can be helpful to declutter and cleanse your energy field, which you can do by resting and relaxing, maybe out in nature if you're able to, just somewhere that makes you feel more connected. So anything that's not supposed to be connected to you, you know, all those emotions, you can let them finally be released and get off you, you know, and just take in what's good for you instead of all this negativity or just the extremes that are causing you to just feel like you're spiraling, you know. So yeah, that's kind of just an extension, I feel, of that card next to it with the rest. Like, doing that will protect you, you know, in the long run, to shut off all that negativity and the emotional things that aren't going to help you. You know, just find some balance, some rest. Like, take this month to just focus on you and what you need and chilling out, you know, whatever way that works for you. Alright? Alright, and the last oracle card for you here, Aron, Master of the Great Hunt. This authority, the hunt, natural balance. Wow, more about balance for you, group 3. Let me look up the story on that one. I don't know that card offhand, although it seems to be calling for some balance for you, which is not surprising. Aron, Master of the Great Hunt. The Master of the Great Hunt is the lord of his domain, in the sense that he embodies its nature. His power supports his interests, but does not dictate after the fashion of a tyrant, nor attempt to govern it. Those who serve him do so out of loyalty rather than fear, and pursue those paths which are natural to themselves. Aron directs one to follow one's nature rather than attempting to orchestrate others in pursuit of the most important query of all. So, okay. So it's being an authority and a leader without a heavy fist, I guess. And, you know, existing in your space in the best way you can to complement it instead of trying to rule it and overrun it. So stop trying to control everything, because there's going to be change, because that is just how life happens, and you gotta ride the waves. Don't let it destroy you, is what I'm feeling out of all of that. Don't let it destroy you emotionally or mentally. You know, just let yourself find a good place of rest and calming, balancing, and just let yourself have that. Get you a couple more little messages here, and then that will be it for you. Alright, card got free here. It was also in a previous card, or previous reading group, forgiveness. Congratulations, you're being given one of the most powerful superpowers there is, forgiveness. Imagine that you've been bitten by a radioactive forgiver. The point is, you suddenly have the ability to forgive people for their flaws, their bad days, their unkind moments, and their mistakes. And the best thing about forgiveness is that you can apply it to yourself too. Have fun wielding your new power, but remember, with great forgiveness comes great inner peace. So yeah, maybe you'd feel like maybe you're really hard on yourself also with those emotions. I feel like you probably are. And I think you really need to take to heart that message of forgiveness for yourself. Like, it's okay that you have wild emotions or that you just are very passionate about everything, but, you know, it's not going to serve you well for a lot of things in the future. So just let some of it go and forgive yourself for anything that you feel like you may have caused or made worse, and just rest and connect and balance, and I promise you'll be a lot happier that way. Group 3, one more little message for them for November. Okay, last message, Archangel Raphael. Feel yourself surrounded by my emerald green light. I, Archangel Raphael, offer you healing and solace. The storm clouds will soon clear and the sun will shine eternally bright. Trust. Alright, so that is what I've got for you, Group 3. Thank you for watching this reading, and subscribe if you want to see any more from me, and I hope you have a good month. Thank you for watching. Bye. Group 4. You are here. You picked this key right here. Put him up here. We'll go. And this is going to be a general reading for your next month, November 2020. And since to be general, you know, it's just going to be whatever messages come to me for you, not focusing on any particular part of your life, unless that's the only thing I get told about. Group 4, November. I already got a couple tarot decks and some oracle decks, plus a couple little message ones that I use always. Let's see what I've got here for you. November. Group 4. Here are the first tarot deck. Cards I got for you. First is the Ten of Skulls. And then we have the Strength card. And then we have the Seven of Knives. And last from this deck is the Magician. So just from those cards, so I'm shuffling some more to get a clearer message, but it seems like in general, next month in November, you're going to be doing pretty well financially and work-wise. And then with that Strength card, makes you think that you're going to be feeling really confident about all that area. But with that Seven of Knives right there, followed by the Magician card, which could indicate some kind of trickery or illusion going on, especially with the Seven card right there. I feel like someone or something closely involved this month might be making you feel a little worrisome or a little suspicious, or like you need to keep an eye on it, like you're worried somebody might be trying to trick you with something. Hold on, my cards just exploded everywhere over here. Pick these up real quick. I feel like maybe you just have a little bit of anxiety about something next month. Just trying to see what that might be about. Gosh, okay. Alright, so your next cards. Man, I had a lot of Five of Swords. Every group almost, I feel like, had this card come up. But yeah, you've got the Five of Swords. It's your first card of this one, which I almost want to put over there, but I'm just going to see. And then we have Strength again for you. So very strong, very confident, and successful energy from you, I'm feeling. And then we have the Eight of Cups. And the King of Cups. beginning, and the song, I don't know if I'll cut myself out while I was singing a little bit of it here, but if you want to listen to or read the lyrics to the song One Day I'll Fly Away from Moulin Rouge, that's what's playing right now for me. And as I was reading about the Eight of Cups in my book, it felt significant. So look that up. That might be a significant song for some of you. Because I think the reason that Seven of Knives is there, and why I felt that Ten of Skulls and Strength have been talking about your workplace and financials more than anything else, is because I think something involved in your relationships, whether it be romantic or family or friends, coworkers, whatever, some relationship that you're dealing with right now or that you're involved in is becoming very stagnant and very unsatisfying for you. You might feel like you've hit a rut. And you feel, I don't know if maybe you feel like you can't trust this other person anymore, or if it's just becoming a thing where you don't remember why you were in this relationship because you're not getting anything out of it like you used to. Something like that is happening, and I think that's involved with that King of Cups that I pulled, which I think might be tied also to the Magician. Because with this King of Cups here in this deck, it says, you know, the King of Cups is a master of emotions, and they understand other people's emotions very well, to the point where it can become very easy for them to manipulate other people around them. I'm not saying that's exactly what's happening, but it does say in here that the King of Cups, pent-up emotions can happen a lot, and that they can come out in unpleasant, unexpected ways. And this person could be taking advantage of you, and it's kind of calling for you to be upfront with your feelings and kind of ask and expect the same from this person. Because I don't know if they're being completely straightforward and honest with you about their emotions and their feelings. And it doesn't have to be like a manipulation of, like, you know, a horrible level where I think, you know, something awful is happening. Just, you know, maybe they just need you to point it out because they're just not aware of what they're doing. But yeah, something like that needs to happen. And you had the Strength card twice. The first time I definitely feel like it's pertaining to your finances and your work, because I feel like you're good on that. You don't have any problems to worry about there. But when I see this one, I'm thinking more of this row. And the Eight of Cups and the Five of Swords both kind of call for you to look at where you are, the situation that you're in, and decide if you want to stay there or not. The Five of Swords a lot of times is a very big message of letting it go, because it's causing you unneeded suffering or hardship. And that's why in that picture the hand is dropping the feathers. It's letting go of these things that it doesn't need anymore. And I think with that Strength card there, if this is a kind of situation that you feel would be better off if you had to leave or cut ties with this person because maybe it's just not working out for you anymore, If it being so unsatisfying and so stagnant that maybe you feel like it's run its course. With that Strength card there, I'm feeling like you will be plenty strong enough to let this King of Cups know that and be able to break things off and get through it up the other side and still be okay. It'll probably feel like a relief if that is something you choose to do. If it's something that has been weighing you down or making you feel that anxiety, or feel like maybe if somebody is manipulating you, you're starting to maybe try to see that happening and question everything up to that point. And, you know, I don't want to ever tell someone, you know, that I don't know personally and don't know what's actually happening in your life, you know, about whether you want to stay or leave this person. But I do think they need to be confronted if you feel like there is something that needs worked on. You need to confront this person and just say, hey, this is how I'm feeling, and I'm worried about this and that. What do you think? You know, what's going on with you? And see if it's something that can be worked on, or if it's something you need to let go of. Because I think it's causing you a lot of worry, and it's something you need to look into. Okay, and then your first oracle card here, we have the underworld, where all things pause and begin again. So that feels significant about your relationship here. Let me look up exactly what the book says. It's another realm, shadow-filled, travel from death's bed, where we stop and transform within the realm of the dead. So it says, should this card be present in your reading, you are being asked to consider exactly what you have to do to transform your life into something you find easier or more authentic to you. It may involve changing course. It may involve trials and tests. Keep moving. Whilst things may fall away and your life may appear bare for a time, this is temporary. Space is being made into which you can create the new. Yeah, I think this relationship, again, whatever type it is something that is causing you some worry, some pain, and there could be a case of this person manipulating you or others around them in some way that isn't the best thing. So I would look into that, confront them about it, you know, in the nicest way you can, and just see what can be done. You have strength times 2. You know, I think you can easily do that. And if things need to change, if things need to be cut off and to get something different, that's calling for that. And with this picture, you know, it's got the pomegranate, which I believe is a big symbol of Persephone, you know, the wife of Hades in the underworld. So that's also, you know, another relationship kind of thing to mirror this. Not mirror it, but it's about a relationship as well. So this could be talking about that. So just if it's ringing any bells for you, look into that and see what can be done to make things change for the better for you. You get your next oracle card here. Okay. Your next oracle card is a nurturing heart, mother. I am a protective spirit and reach out to all life with love and compassion. So I feel like that is talking about you. regardless of your gender. But it could also be a situation for some where maybe this person is a parent to your child, and maybe this manipulation or bad thing happening isn't directly towards you. Maybe it's hurting your child more than yourself, and in that way, obviously, you probably feel stronger need to step up and protect, your child. And it could just also be them acting horribly towards friends or family, and you don't want to see that happen. You're trying to protect those around you that you care about, as well as yourself. And that's not a bad thing to be. Woo! That card flew out of my hand. Okay, and this card is Whispers. Whispers. Which I'm pretty sure is about listening for guidance from your spirit guides, or tune into your soul voice, yeah. So, open the door to soul whispers by feeling appreciative, close the door by feeling judgmental. So it's asking you to try to be more open to receiving messages from your guides. Take notice of your dreams, because they could be sending you messages or important things that you need to hear. And that might be why you've been feeling that anxiety from the Seven of Knives, which is, swords, plus that Five of Swords. There might be messages trying to come through that maybe you're not exactly picking up on right now, about this situation or this person that you need to be aware of. Or maybe they're trying to send you a message of the best course of action to take, or what can be done. So just try to open up, your soul voice, try to listen to it more if you can, meditate on it, or pay close attention to your dreams if they feel, different or significant. And your last oracle card that I have for you here is this one. Is I believe, I hardly pronounced these right, I'm sure, in this deck, but it says Archon Barbello is your card for that one. Let me see what that message is all about. I vaguely remember, but I don't want to speak incorrectly here to it. Okay, so this card says, if you get this in a reading, it's a sign that any errors in judgment shall be corrected, and any losses shall be restored. If you have been off your path or become disconnected from your real self, this card is the innate understanding and power within your heart that pulls you back into authentic connection and true direction. So, maybe with this person or situation, you feel like it's also kind of making you drift away from who you are more, and that might be why you're not hearing those messages or those whispers, and it's asking you to open up to that more again. That card is more of reassurance for you, knowing that your path will be corrected with whatever you might have strayed from or gotten lost, and anything that you do lose out of this will be restored. Things will pause and begin again. It's not an end to everything. It's just, it could be the end of a cycle before a new beginning starts again for you. going to get you a couple of little messages here, and then we will be done with your reading. I'm just trying to keep moving my light around. It keeps getting darker in here. Alright, so the first message card for you is no need to do. It says, I'm exactly where I need to be, exactly when I need to be. There's nothing more I need to do. I mean, yes, there will always be laundry and taxes, but in terms of my life's path, I don't need to do anything, because I am already here. I take a deep breath, relax, and trust, and then do laundry. So, I think with your life's path, as far as with those first two cards are concerned, yes, like you're good as far as that goes. You don't need to worry about that part of your life currently, which is nice. I think it really is just this one aspect that might need a little bit of attention this next month. And if you do some more relaxing and, you know, take time to breathe and like meditate, you'll probably open yourself up more to those whispers and those messages and things like that. So group 4 for November, one more little message for them. Alright, your last message that I have for you, group 4, is truth. The best way through the current situation is to just speak your truth. Contrary to what you may think, no one will be hurt if you express exactly how you feel. Which I think is very relevant to all that right there. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a, you know, negative confrontation or a fight or anything, but just, I think you need to confront this person about whatever insecurities or anxieties you might be having, worried about, you know, whatever the situation is for you, and just try to clear it up with them. And if it's something that cannot be worked on or helped, then take whatever action needs to be done. And I promise whatever comes out, you will probably feel better for it, because either you will be working on a solution or you will be free of whatever might have been causing you that anxiety to begin with. Alright, so that is what I have for you, group 4 for November. Let me know if anything resonated with you in the comments. Subscribe if you want to see more readings from me. And thank you for watching the reading. And I'll see you next time. Bye.